Hello again, everybody. Memphis, Tennessee, known worldwide for the beautiful sights of the Mississippi River, for being the birthplace of the blues, the home of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, and for 100 years, the professional wrestling capital of the world. I'm back in Memphis, Tennessee, baby. I love the Big M. I love the Bluff City. I love the Mid-South Coliseum. I love Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill. I love WMC TV5. I love Graceland. I love Bill Street. I love the Civil Rights Museum. I love everything there is to love about good old Memphis, Tennessee. The Tennessee Territory. It was Memphis on Monday, Louisville, Kentucky on Tuesday, Evansville, Indiana on Wednesday. Monthly Thursday events in Lexington at Rupp Arena. Friday, it was either Tupelo, Mississippi or Blytheville, Arkansas. Saturday, either Jonesboro, Arkansas or Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Not on Sundays, monthly, obviously, monthly, it was Jackson, Tennessee at the Jackson Coliseum. And sometimes Louisville on a Sunday, sometimes Memphis on a Sunday, but it wasn't a weekly event every single week. Hey, whoever's watching, and we got some people watching, as I'm sitting in the cell phone lot at the Memphis International Airport, just bursting in to say hello, and I'll see how long I'll burst in to say hello, but I need you guys, you group of guys that's watching this show right now at 2:10 Central Time. It's on a Wednesday right now, and all you have to do is write me a note and say, hey, my name is John or Mary, and I'm watching you from Thailand, or I'm watching from Canada, or I'm watching from New York City. Want to hear from somebody, and somebody has made a comment, and that person is in Humboldt, Tennessee. His name is Michael Butler. Hello, Michael Butler. What in the world is going on with you? Did you watch Talking Memphis Wrestling last night? It was the most numbers we've ever had for that show. That's one of the reasons that I am on here live to say go back to Facebook, go back to Twitch, go back to Twitter, go back to YouTube. Check it all out and watch last night's show. We talk, absolutely discuss what's going on at the show last night. We discuss Hulk Hogan. We showed a match involving Hulk Hogan before he was even Hulk Hogan. We saw the first ever Mid-South Coliseum sellout, Al Green and the fabulous Jackie Fargo. And that was absolutely unbelievable. So go back to the archives on Facebook or on Twitter, on X, on Twitch, on YouTube. Watch that archive as soon as you can. Tell me what you think. And I want to say hello to Billy By God Pierce. I don't know where you are, Billy. You might be in West Memphis, Arkansas. You might be in Memphis, Tennessee. You might be in Mississippi. What the hell? I don't know where you are, but hello. What is going on? Hey, Ben is in the house. And Ben is asking me what was the second greatest wrestling territory. The greatest wrestling territory that made the most money is the New York territory. You have to say that. My favorite, I guess my second favorite territory of all time was Mid South Wrestling when it was close to Memphis because Bill Dundee was the booker. I would say that would be number two. I like Georgia Championship Wrestling as well, and I like Southeastern Championship Wrestling as well for sure. Now, David Smith, my friend, watching from Omaha, talking Memphis Wrestling, best show on YouTube. You say it's the best show on YouTube, and you're watching David on Facebook. What kind of sense is that? I've never seen you watch the show on YouTube in my life. And by the way, if you missed the show last night, aren't you the one that sent me a message and said the show used to be the shits, but now that you like it? Did you say that, or am I confusing you with somebody else? Anyway, if you didn't watch the show, if you didn't see the show, and I'm not talking just to my buddy David, I am talking to other people, everybody that's watching this show right now, this kind of run-in show that I'm doing on a Wednesday afternoon, man. David, I don't think you watched last night. If you didn't watch, if all you people, whatever, did not watch that show, check it out. Now, Angel says your grave is on the way. What the hell does that mean? Now, David says it's always been good. It's even better now. Well, I appreciate that very much. Ben NG. So is that what she's saying? Is she saying I'm the shits? Who the hell is Angel? I don't know that person. Let me look here on YouTube. I don't know. Certainly, I am broadcasting on YouTube. Ben is a gentleman, a nice guy, but a lot of young people, a lot of the kiddos, a lot of people trying to get over by getting over on me. No way, not today anyway. So, Angel, get off my show. Get off my screen. So I'm giving you more attention ever had in your life. You don't even know about, you don't know the subject, you don't know nothing about nothing, but I can tell you right now, ORH, the owner, the founder, the president of Power Pro Wrestling RH, man, knows how to cut a promo, knows how to take somebody that's in here to interrupt this stream and try to get their butt over when it's not even possible. Now, I'll speak now. Ben, do you agree that if I disagree with somebody, I will cut a promo on them? Now, I believe, Ben, I might have cut a promo on you at the time, but it was almost like I was working. And believe me, Angel, I ain't working, and you don't even know what the heck that means. You don't know what it means. That means I'm not BSing. I'm not acting. It means I am shooting. And what I mean when I say I am shooting is that I am being real. I would love to see a comeback because a war of words, Angel, between you and me, you're going to lose every single time. There ain't no doubt about it. Now, I want to talk to Dave. I want to talk to Ben. I want to talk the true blue blood fans of Memphis Wrestling. I want to talk to the people that knows who RH is, knows who Memphis Wrestling is, knows the history of Memphis Wrestling, or loves professional wrestling. I don't care if it's New Japan. I don't care if it's WWE. I don't care if it's TNA. I don't care if it's NWA. I don't care if it's AEW. If you love wrestling, support them. Watch them. Buy tickets. Watch the premium live events. And before pay-per-view goes away forever, be sure to support any wrestling companies. The wrestling cards in local areas that might draw 100 people, go support them. Go help them. Go support the wrestlers because that's how they end up eventually getting to AEW or New Japan or the NWA, or of course, the biggest prize in wrestling is to be in the WWE. And there's absolutely no doubt about that at all. I'm Randy Hills. It's 2:18. I'm sitting at the International Airport of Memphis, Tennessee. Long distance information. Give me freaking Memphis, Tennessee. Tell all the ladies to get in touch with ORH now. A buddy from Jonesboro, Arkansas, represents the NEA hospital, represents McDonald's. Joe says, "Hey, Randy, I'm going to work. Have a blessed day, my friend." So he comes on here. He burst in here. He writes a comment in here, and then he says goodbye. Well, I appreciate it very much. So goodbye. Hey, now we have another Yahoo. Would you rather watch a tree grow or as a Negro? I would prefer either. As Ben says, I went to an indie show last weekend. Tony Atlas was talking about his friend Hulk Hogan, and the white guys next to me were booing him and calling Hogan a racist. It upset me. You know, that's the thing about society now. And we see an example of it with a couple of idiots on this show, watching this show today. Is because to get your story out, to get your message out, you have to write a daggum book or be interviewed by the newspaper or go on the radio. Now you can for free get on Twitter or YouTube or X or Facebook or any of those things, and you can make yourself famous. Well, I didn't use YouTube or Twitter or any of those social media because I was around before there was social media. I use live events and local television, and here we go. Now, Hank says, "Hey, Randy, do you know if there will be any wrestling events near Jasper, Indiana? Have a blessed day." And of course, that's a long way for me in Jasper, Indiana. I'm not close to Jasper anything. Not Jasper anything that I know, so I can't help you out, Hank, with that question, but I certainly wish I could. And I appreciate people like Hank and David and all the great people. Ben has become one of my favorite people, and I appreciate this. Here's another good one. Donnie Turner is in the house. There's ain't no doubt about it. I think I will unhook my seatbelt, move my tobacco over here. I think because I'm gonna get out of the car here, and I hope I don't lose this stream when I unplug the power to my phone. Okay, and let me turn the phone. That over that way, that, and that over there is the runway to Memphis International Airport, and straight ahead, a line of trees, but we see that fantastic Memphis International Airport. And we're live. We are live can be in good old Memphis, Tennessee. Once again, we say long distance information. Give me Memphis, Tennessee, because and good news travels slow. They all call Jerry Lawler Wildfire because everybody knows that I'm bad news everywhere I go. Oh, oh, always getting in trouble. Leaving girls that hate to see me go. Now, Donnie Turner says about WrestleMania. Give me out for me in Power Pro for a cup of coffee, but certainly Jim Cornette knows a super lot about Memphis wrestling. David Smith says Omaha indie wrestling seems to be getting bigger and bigger, always selling out. Does it seem to be getting bigger in other areas? All I know about my area, and no, it looks to me like it's struggling now. There are some good promotion that pops up from time to time, but anybody is there anybody doing the type of business that Memphis did back in the day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's very few places that run on a regular basis. There's a few that run on a weekly basis, and maybe 100 people would not be even the average. A 200 or 250 would be a sellout, and it's not like from time to time they don't do that. But on a day in day out basis, no. And a lot, honestly, most people on those shows don't look like athletes, don't look like somebody that could be presented as a professional wrestling on the big stage. That's just the way it. That's uh, that's for sure. Any Johnny says any injury using fire paper ever. I don't know what you mean by fire paper. Are you talking about flash paper? I've never been injured by that. But I've seen people that have been injured by that. It's Randy Hills. We are at the International Airport in good old Memphis, Tennessee, and I have a little time to wait. I've got about 5 minutes more in that stream because I got to pick up something at the airport in a few minutes, and I'm not good just sitting in the car. I'm not good just looking out the window. I'm not good at that. I like seeing what's going on. I like choking my head off. I need a drink here. Folks, don't worry. Don't call the police on me. This is not a drink per se, like you might think I'm talking about how I'm drinking alcohol. This is a Sonic Sweet Peach Tea, and it is good. I love me some sweet tea. Open the roof and let it rain, and we give them a hail hurricane. Yeah, Jonesboro High School, class of 1980, and ORH Randy Hills is representing, by golly, representing right now. Now, Ben says, how do you feel about the term wrestling, and is there a style distinction to the style? That's just some a word just somebody made up, and t- I don't think about it. Sometimes do I say wrestling? It just sounds cool. It sounds good. I don't take it as an insult at all. And you would the people that say it wrestling, some of them I'm sure means it as a knock. You maybe should ask them. To me, it's just a slang for wrestling. And as a wrestling business person, it does not bother me at all. Hey, I don't know how long the people in this stream has been watching the show, but we had some people now we have been watching from YouTube that is respectful and love wrestling, ask very intelligent questions. But we had a couple of people on YouTube that just kind of broke into this stream and tried to be funny. There's a million comedians out of work in this here country of the United States of America, and it's a shame that so many people try to get themselves over, but you're not going to get yourself over at the expense of good old RH, Randy Hills, the owner, the founder, the president of Power Pro Wrestling. No way, not today, not anyway. I can guarantee you, couple of minutes left in this stream. It's Randy Hills back in Memphis, and we're as live can be. Ben, more today. Yes, funny can make money. Back in the day, on a regular basis, it absolutely, because that's the line. Funny means no money. Now, there's exception. You can look at it. Name some of the biggest names in the history of business that was just flat out funny. The Rock, and now you see the money he's making as an actor. The Rock was funny and entertaining, and he made money. Steve Austin's promo was funny, and it did make money. Now, David says, I think due to the AWA's intro, most older people call pro wrestling also wrestling. Is that a common term other areas use? It's when referring to pro wrestling. Some wrestling companies have been named that. I think the Vern Gagne territory was called, the TV show was called All Star Wrestling. It's not unheard of, but I wouldn't say it was common at all. As David Linville saying, all right, is putting people in their place. Now, Ben, on the subject of being funny, says Mick Foley and, Jackie Fargo could be funny. Jerry Lawler could be funny. You know, humor can work in pro wrestling. Hey, how's the weather there, guys? Let's see. Let me look here. It is 2:31 Central Time, and it is raining in Memphis, Tennessee. Rain, 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 go away. Any other questions before I get out of Dodge? Before I go away? Remember, join me every Tuesday night, 7 Central, on the Randy Hills channel on YouTube, the radio channel on Twitch, also Facebook, also the YouTube. I'm all over the place, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It thrills me to death, people, when you guys jump in to this stream, start communication, and it's great. And Ben, of course, says, even though for it was Flex Cabana, Future Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He was in Memphis for a short period of time in 1996 for the USWA Wrestling. David says pretty much everyone in the Omaha area over 60s called pro wrestlers also wrestlers. It's because that's what they grew up with. All Star Wrestling from the AWA. Hey, it is pouring down like a son of a gun in Memphis, Tennessee right now. What in the world is going on with that? Rain, rain, go away. Wow. Now, David Linville says, I know every superstar that you see on TV came through Memphis Wrestling or tag team. Now, not so much these days. The current wasn't even wrestling yet. Memphis Wrestling went away in all purposes, in the territory purposes. It went away in '97. Then there was Power Pro. It lasted 2001, and there's still Memphis Wrestling out there. There's no doubt about it. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not what it was for sure. And the wrestling business is not what it was for sure. And honestly, I'm not one of these veterans, one of these older guys that will knock and critique and criticize current wrestling, because there is a lot of current wrestling out there that I like. I think there just is. I like Cody Rhodes. I like Roman Reigns. I like Ron Breaker. There is just great talent out there that I like. One of my favorite guys has went away and now came back. I love our truth. He is just so exciting and so funny. Again, back in the day, money meant no money, but now it's a different world. It's a different situation. It's not the same that it used to be. It's nowhere close to the same as it used to be. And I think everybody would agree with that. 1 minute left in this stream. And Ben says, do you ever get down thinking about the glory days of the territories? Do I think about the glory days of the territories? I do a show every Tuesday, and these follow-up shows, we're not spending a lot of time talking about modern wrestling. Certainly, I think about it a lot. Again, people, if you didn't see last night's Talking Memphis Wrestling, I think it was the best show that we've ever done in the multiple years that we've been doing Talking Memphis Wrestling. Go to Twitter, Facebook, whatever, you get your media, and we're on it. My gosh, watch the archive of the show from last night. Be sure to check that out. Well, folks, I got on there and I wrapped that a little bit of stuff. I tried to, you know what, do a little bit, having a little fun. Long distance information is Memphis, Tennessee, known worldwide for the beautiful sights of the Mississippi River, for being the birthplace of the blues, for being the home of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, and for a few years, Memphis, Tennessee, the best professional wrestling town on God's green earth, and there is absolutely no doubt about it. As David says, have a great day, all right? Miss watching you live. He's doing something with the daughter, and I understand that for sure. And I certainly appreciate everybody that supports Memphis Wrestling. Watch my show. Keep it up. We'll see you Tuesday at 7. And it's time that the old clock on the wall says it's time to get on out of here. I'm Randy Hills, and we'll see you next time on the Randy Hills Show and on Talking Memphis